Hi, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to be showing you some examples of if statements and some of the programs that I covered in the text lesson on if statements and the select from alternatives template. So this first example is going to be a simple if-else program that has the user enter a score, a test score, and if the score is greater than or equal to 70, then the program will tell them that they passed. Otherwise, it will tell them that they failed. So the first thing we're going to do is create a variable to store the score. And we're going to prompt the user to enter a score. Enter your score. Let's put a space there. There we go. And we'll scan in the score from the keyboard. So here's our if statement. If the score is greater than or equal to 70, we will just display the simple word passed. And then here's our else. And we'll display failed. And that's the whole program. So let's save it. Then let's compile and run it. Take a moment. Here we go. So we'll try a passing score. Let's do 82, and that should be passed. Let's run it again. And then we'll enter a negative score, 65, fail. So that's our first example. All right, let's look at another example. This time we're going to demonstrate how to nest an if statement inside another if statement. And here we're doing a very simplistic loan application. So we're going to create a variable to store the age. And then we're going to store a variable for employed as a yes or no. We'll do a string for that. And so the idea here is that you have to be at least 21 years old to get a loan, and then you must also be employed. But first, you won't even be considered if you're not at least 21. So the first thing we'll do is prompt the user to enter their age. So we get that in. Then we're going to say if age is greater than or equal to 21. Now we're going to prompt the user to tell us if they're employed. And we'll do a simple yes, no prompt, or YN prompt, I'm sorry. And then we're going to say if employed equals Y, we can then proceed with the application. Let's put a period there, sorry. Oops. Otherwise, tell them you must be employed to get a loan. And then we're going to have an else for our outside if, the outer if. Telling them that they have to be 21 to even apply for a loan. And that should be all we need. So we'll save the program and then we'll run it. Let's clear the screen. Take it a moment here. Oops. go back and look at our code. We made a little mistake, and that's okay. We make mistakes. I see what I did. Added an extra E in employed. All right, save that. Run it again. That should fix it. So we'll test the outer if first by entering an age less than 21. We'll enter 20, and it should drop us down to the outside else that says you must be 21 to apply for the loan. So we'll run it again. And this time we'll enter an age 21 or greater. We'll say 22. And this time we'll say no. And then it says you must be employed to get a loan. Let's run it one more time. We'll do 22 and yes. And it says proceed with application. So that's our demonstration of the if else with the nested if. Now we're ready to look at the if else if. So we're going to do a classic grading application where we're going to take in a numeric grade, and then assign a letter grade to that. In the lesson, I showed two examples. I'm going to skip to the second one, which is the more efficient one, where we're just going to check to see if a grade is greater than or equal to 90, that's an A, or if it's greater than or equal to 80, that's a B, or if it's greater than or equal to 70, that's a C, or if it's greater than or equal to 60, that's a D, and then otherwise anything else is an F. So we'll start off by declaring a grade variable, and then a letter grade variable of string type. And then we'll begin. Enter your test score. Get that into the grade variable. Oops, almost made a mistake there. So that if grade is greater than or equal to 90, letter grade is an A. Else if grade is greater than or equal to 80, the letter grade is a B. Oh, you can see my C++ habits are coming out. Grade is greater than or equal to 70, letter grade is a C. Greater than or equal to 60, and letter grade is a D. Oops. Otherwise, we'll just assume that everything else is an F. Then we'll use a printf function to say score of %B equals a letter grade of %S \n for A. New line, grade, and then letter grade. And you have to excuse my formatting there. We look a little bit off. That's okay. We'll save that. Clear the screen. Oops. Clear the screen. And compile and run. Give it a moment here. There we go. So let's do a 77. That's a C. Do an 84. That's a B. Enter a 99. That's an A, of course. A 63 should be a D. And then finally a 45 is an F. Let's put the code back up there. Make that a little bit wider. There we go. So that's our example of an if-else if. And so with that, I've demonstrated the three major types of ifs. Well, actually just two. I didn't do just a simple if, but there's very few problems where you write just an if without at least an else. So I've displayed the if-else, the nested if, and then the if-else if. So thanks a lot for watching this video and taking this lesson, and I will see you in the next lesson.